What is up, y'all? Can I be transparent with you guys for a second? I have it's Sunday right now, and obviously I work. I work tomorrow morning. I work tomorrow morning, so I have to get rid. Like I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but over here, the sun's going down, so it's about almost about that time for me to tap out for the night, and I genuinely dread that. I dread going to work. I am I feel terrible going to work. I am like every feeling that I have, every negative feeling that I have to put like a bit of a damper on it when I'm at work because I dread going to work. I dread being at work. I dread getting ready for work the day before. I hate feeling like this, and I've been feeling like this for more than half my life. I have been working for more than half my life. If you follow this channel, you know that that's a catchphrase of mine. I've literally been working more than half of my life, and I do not like it. I and the more I get involved in working, the more I do get involved in working and stuff like that, it's the more working just feels like a genuine scam. The more working a job feels like a scam for me because I've been like I said because I work. You know what I'm saying? I'm always at work. It like when I was growing up, the whole idea that was always thrown at me growing up was if you work hard and you maintain your money and you do everything that you need to do, you're going to get the life that you want because I mean, it's going to happen. You're going to have the money to do the things that you want to do. And I've been saving up my money since I got my first job. I got my first job at like 15. It was either 15 or 16. I was either 15 going on 16 or I just made 16. But I was working. I was working as a, before the age of 18. I was, and I've always saved up my money, or at least I've always tried to. I've always tried to take at least a little bit of money out, put it into the bank, so I could like try to get my money right. Because I learned about like if you put your money into the bank, interest is going to build up. Then you're going to make a little bit of money on the side because you're saving, and that's a lie. I remember putting my money into a certificate of deposit, thinking that was the overall savings account. I put $1,000 up in there. Saved. I think I worked that whole year for that $1,000 because back in those days, it was like minimum wage was like $5 an hour. So I worked a really long time to get that $1,000, and I put that $1,000 into that certificate of deposit, and all I got out of that account for like every month was $2. So when I tell you I feel like I've been had, yeah, that was a long time of working too. I forget what I was doing specifically, but I was working for a long time with that. But the fact of the matter is that like that was a moment when I realized that money in America feels like a scam. Working feels like a scam. Everything that I've been trying to do to just sort of like and try to like get myself above the social ladder, and just sort of get myself in a position where I wanted to be at feels like a scam. It feels like all I have to, it feels like, to put this in perspective, like, I'm sick of working. And when I was growing up, the logic growing up was, oh, if you hate working and you're a lazy person, you're a terrible person, you shouldn't be out, like you shouldn't even be alive because you just don't like work, you're lazy, and everything is like, and being called lazy, that was something that really sort of like upset at me because I was always working. You know what I'm saying? So I say I'll show you lazy, and I remember I used to try to get 2, 3 jobs at once. I got for longest time for a short time I had like 2 jobs, and I literally just never slept. I'm not gonna say never slept, but I slept a lot less when I had 2 jobs, and it was terrible, man. And it's like, and I didn't make any money from it. Like all those years of working, this is what I got to show for it: an unfurnished apartment that I'm barely living in, that I am always going to be 2 missed paychecks away from leaving. I've been working for more than half my life, and this is all I got to show for it. And I'm angry about that because of the fact that it's like, it really does feel like there's no alternative to working. It really does feel that there's no alternative to working. It's either work or be homeless and possibly put in prison for being homeless. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but there are certain states that will make it illegal to be homeless because the Supreme Court practically said that that's going to be the thing from now on. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, some racists on the internet is going to be like, well, no, there is an alternative to working. Now you could just like not work and then live off of government benefits. To which I tell them, I don't know if you know this or not, but when Ronald Reagan had made up that lie about black people abusing government benefits, everybody believed it. So if I ever were to if I, a black person, ever were to try to apply for government benefits, I'm not going to get them. Because, well, he's black. He's going to abuse those government benefits. You know who won't do that? A person who's not black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't apply for that. I have to work, which I don't mind doing. Here's the thing. I don't mind working. Sure, as long as I can work a job that I want to work. I've always wanted to be an actor. Can a brother be an actor? I've been applying for acting gigs. Ain't got one yet. I would love to be a professional wrestler. I'm currently trained to be a professional wrestler. It costs a lot of money to do that. And what I mean a lot of money, it means like money that I don't have at the moment because all of my other money goes into everything else. I would like to be, I mean, if we could just get weird here, if we could just get really weird here, I wouldn't mind just being the guy who cleans up the strip club. You know, just whatever, you know, like whenever there's some crazy stuff going on, whenever there's some dirt or whatever in the strip club, you just call on me. I just clean up and then go back to what I've been doing. I could do that. I would love to work in a warehouse. I've been trying to get a job at a warehouse since I've got here. I've been trying to work a job. I've been trying to get a job that I want for a long time. And I find myself currently working at a job that I don't want. Because that's the only job that's going to hire me. And the more I look at the job market in America right now, which is like disgusting, the more I see a lot of people losing their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like now getting fired and laid off and all these other things for like en masse. There's going to be a lot more people that's going to be losing their jobs right now. And I could end up on that, and I'm on that chopping block too, and I currently have a job. Do you have any idea how exhausting it is to know, like when I go to work, whenever anything goes wrong, and things do go wrong in my job pretty often because it's understaffed like crazy, but because my job is understaffed, things go wrong all the time. And guess what? And I'm going to be one of those components in things going wrong. So you could only imagine just how frustrating it sounds to consistently hear, if you don't shape up, you might not have a job anymore. If you don't shape up, you might not have a job anymore. This is what I hear at my job whenever things go wrong at my job. And I'm always consistently thinking to myself, I don't want to lose this job. I'm going to try my best to do a little bit better. I'm going to do better. I don't want to lose this job. I need to pay off my car. I need to pay off my car. I need to pay off my phone. I need to do all these things I need to do. Now, I don't mean pay off my phone. I'm talking about just pay my bills. But just understand specifically that that's what this is now. I've basically just wasted a good bit of my life, a good bit of my week, a good bit of my year, just trying to get myself out of this hole. And this hole is paying my rent, paying for my phone, paying for my car. If I could have access to communication, transportation, and shelter and not have to worry about working, I would never work again. And the problem is that that's not the option now. That's not the choice. That's never been the choice. The choice has always been work or literally possibly die. And it's frustrating. Because of the fact that I can't even unionize my job. You know what I'm saying? My job isn't like there's no unionized jobs. There's no union. It's like if these people just want to get rid of me, they can. And if they get rid of me, I'm just screwed. Until I find another job, which is dang near impossible because I've been applying for jobs since I've been at this one. And no other jobs are even nobody's even calling. Are you aware of just how frustrating this is? This feeling of dread that I have in my system. I like to think that it's valid. I like to think that I like to think that this is a reasonable thing to be frustrated about. It's like all it takes for me to like be in the worst situation of my life is for the people at my job to just say, "You're fired." To put this in perspective, there's literal job opportunities within walking distance of here. I've actually tried to. There used to be a Popeyes down the street from where I'm currently living at right now, and I stress used to be. You know why I say used to be? Because up until a few months ago, that building is no longer a Popeyes. It's just an abandoned building that used to be a Popeyes, which is walking distance from where I'm currently at right now. I could walk to that place. I could walk to the literal job next door, the dollar store, like literally right next door to me. Apply for them. You know why I can't go for them? Because they pay $8 less than what I'm currently earning right now. $8. My rent is a lot of money. My car note is a lot of money. My phone is a lot of money. Am I echoing? Like I'm saying, man, I'm trying my best to just get myself back on track. I'm trying my best to get myself on track. And it just feels like, seeing all of these jobs, like laying these people off and seeing like all of this hecticness going on and seeing how ridiculous the job market is and seeing how the labor is going and these jobs are not unionized. And it's just like all I'm feeling, all I know is that like, I don't like this feeling that I have right now. I feel like hollowed out. All I ever wanted to do was just sit in front of a camera, perform, and then get paid for that. And I can't do that because people don't find me attractive enough to put on screen. All I wanted to do was just be able to, just maybe stack up some boxes and put them where they need to go. I can't do that because people don't want to hire me. I would love to be able to just be, like I said, I would love to just be the silent guy that just sweeps up like a entertainment spot or a carnival or something. Just be the guy who just does that and get paid for that. And I can't do that. You said you want to work at a strip club. Yes, exactly, because I'm pro sex work. And also because they're humans. They're not like demons or monsters or somebody that you could just mock for no reason. But the fact of the matter is, I get to do none of those things. You know what I get to do instead? I get to push shopping carts in the hot heat for 8 or 9 hours a day, which is fine for me. I don't mind it. I used to do that before. I used to do that a lot of times before. But what's really stressing me out is that like it's hard for me to get the job that I want. It's hard for me to just like not work because if I don't work, I'm homeless within 2 weeks. I'm homeless within 2 months, for sure. No car, no phone, no nothing. I'm just another bum. And if I apply for jobs that I want, I don't get the jobs that I want. It's just, like, do y'all understand specifically just how annoying this is? It feels working was always pushed to me as something that was fulfilling. It was something that you had to do, but it was worth it because things are going to work out in your favor once you have it. And now I'm being reminded on almost a daily basis that like I'm going to get paid I'm going to be paid a lot less. Everything is going to get more expensive. Every single thing that I do to try to get myself out of this rut that I'm in is just not going to work out for me. Well, why don't you try going to school? The fact of the matter is that I shouldn't have to. I'm not smart enough to graduate school. I tried 3 times. I failed each time. Well, why don't you try going to the military? I did. I got kicked out. You ever thought about taking an apprenticeship? Yes, it costs money to do. Money that I have to work to get. Every single thing that you have suggested, I have tried. And now all I'm asking for, all I'm begging for at this point is just the time to do nothing. That's all I want to do is nothing. If I'm not good at doing anything, can a brother just do nothing? Well, you can do that, but you're also going to have to be homeless and possibly get arrested for being black and homeless outside at nighttime. I still live in Texas, y'all. This is just wild, man. It's just like all options just lead to misery. All options just lead to frustration. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. I am really, really, really tired. I am exhausted. I am frustrated. And if there was if there was a way that I could just feel better about this stuff, I would. But I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. There's one vice that I would like to do, but it involves a lady, and women find me disgusting in person. So all I want to do is just do nothing. Can I just do nothing? Is it why is it so wrong for to just do nothing? I think I just answered my own question. I live in a nation that's obsessed with slavery, so whatever. I'm sorry for the rant, y'all. I hope I made sense. Love and peace. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything drastic. I'm just really, really, really frustrated. And I also got to get ready for work tomorrow. Love and peace, y'all.